Welcome back to Career Mode. This is episode 9. This is the German Grand Prix. We are here at Hockenheim, and we have already made it into Q3. And I think the last time we did that was Canada. So it's been a few Grand Prix since we were in Q3, but as you can tell, the rain is coming down rather bad right now over Hockenheim, and well, we can't really do anything about that. To be fair, the only reason we got into Q3 is because the setup that I'm running. And just to remind myself, I will put the link down in the description. I'll do it for all videos now. It'll be along with the Twitter link and the universe link. It's the website I use my setups for, and the race is dry, but qualifying was wet. So I thought, if I just go with a dry setup, I don't care about qualifying being wet. I tried to go out as early as possible and set in quick laps in Q1 and 2. They worked. Q3 came along. It was raining, and so I tried as early as I could in the session to put in a time before it got too wet, and I wasn't able to do a lap. So here we are anyway on Q3. We are coming through. As you can tell, we're off the pace of the Mercedes, and that we can't really do anything about that. I mean, we are in a Toro Rosso, but at least we made it to Q3, and of course this is our best lap of qualifying. We're losing the back end a little bit because the downforce setup is much better for the dry than it is the wet, and now we're going to come across the line to do a 1:25.5, I think, yeah, 1:25.5, which was our best lap of qualifying. I forgot to show the results table. We came in 10th, but anyway, the table is as follows: Rosberg from Hamilton, Vettel, Alonso, Raikkonen, Ricciardo, Massa, Hülkenberg, Perez, Softies, Button, Bottas, Sutil, Verne, Gutierrez, Maldonado, Magnussen again, Grosjean, Kobayashi, Chilton. I think that was Ericsson, and then Bianchi. But Magnussen, 2 races in a row, qualified 17th. It's not exactly, it's like a unusual thing now to happen in qualifying. It's happened to him twice now that he's qualified in 17th, and who knows how long Magnussen will be left at McLaren, because I can guarantee that McLaren could be looking at a new driver for next season, and I would personally love to take up the offer. Anything to leave Toro Rosso. Anyway, we are heading out to the lights. 4 lights. It's 5 lights. Lights are out, and away we go here in Hockenheim, and we've got off to a good start. As you can see, Hülkenberg ahead of me got off to a pretty bad start. He's struggling to get power. Heading into the first turn, we're sort of colliding him with Massa. Massa's going slow into the first turn. A lot of cars bundled up there. We're up to 6th position now. Raikkonen ahead of us. This short straight heading into this hairpin style turn. Raikkonen breaks early, and we take 5th position off of him. Great start there, 5 positions up, and as you can see, the top 4, the Red Bulls and the Mercedes, they just drive off, and you just cannot catch them for the life of you. As you can tell there, I put in lean mix jump, kind of make sure that, well, there goes Raikkonen overtaking me, but he is going to put on the brakes really early, and we're able to go back up the inside of him just before the hairpin to retake 5th. But I'm put into lean to try and save some fuel on that straight and try to make sure that I didn't get a lot of wheel spin heading out to the hairpin. That's one of the main ambitions of that. Anyway, around the right-hander, then into this quite slow left-hander, into the swooping right-hand. Now, as you can see, the Red Bulls just driving away from us. We're trying to keep up with them, but we just don't have the car to do it. And Red Bull and Mercedes have such good cars that it's impossible to keep up with them, as you can tell now. Anyway, by the fact they're driving off. This sector, by the way, sector 3, is I'm terrible at this sector. I just lack the grip that the AI lacked to just drive off. You can just see them disappearing. It was 1.1, I think it was, at that previous split. It's now 1.7. They just drive away and you can't catch them. But anyway, we're cutting on to lap 7 now. Nothing happened. Raikkonen had some DRS overtakes on me on the straight, but he would brake early heading into the pits. So it was not heading into the pits, heading into the hairpin. So I could just retake 5th place from him. But as you can tell, we're heading into our pit stop now, looking for a quick stop, looking to come out ahead of anyone in this pits right now. We're putting on the prime tires, and there we go, we're coming out, and we are ahead of everyone else. And I believe Alonso pitted on that. I thought it was Raikkonen when I was first recording this, and I found out it wasn't Raikkonen, it was Alonso. But anyway, there we are coming out, we're ahead of everyone. Things are still going fine, we're still in 10th, so we are still in a net points finish, and some of the people in front of me, of course, have not pitted. Like, I know my teammate wouldn't have pitted because I was able to get the undercut on him and pit before him. Here we go now, end of lap 8. We're going to come across the pit lane any minute now. We're still in 10th, of course, but We're going to find out. It's 9th, it's 8th, it's 7th. Are we going to come out ahead of Raikkonen? Corner cutting that corner quite a bit there. Here's Raikkonen side by side with him, and we almost made contact with Kimi Raikkonen. But thankfully we were able to avoid it, and we've come out back in 5th place. Great pit stop, and we are still in 5th place. And now look at this, running on to the last lap of the race. Yep, nothing happened. And here we are, Nico Rosberg has won the Grand Prix. And Raikkonen's been right behind me, has been for the entire race. We're locking up head into the second to last corner. Bit of back end slipping out again. We've got no grip. Raikkonen right behind us, but I think it's okay. We're hanging on. 5th place again in this season. Great drive. There was a lot, like, I'm not even gonna lie, I know this is a very short video, but the race was so boring. Nothing happened. Like, Raikkonen would overtake me on the straight, like I said, and then just back off again. And anyway, it's time to read through the results now. As we can see, Rosberg won from Hamilton, Vettel, Ricciardo, Softcheese, Raikkonen, Button, Massa, Perez, Hülkenberg, Alonso, finishing outside the top 10. Verne, my teammate, in 12th. I think that might be his best finish of the season. I'm not entirely sure. Maldonado, Magnussen, Bottas, Sutil, Grosjean, Kobayashi, Chilton, Bianchi, Ericsson, and Gutierrez did not finish. But Magnussen and Bottas both getting poor finishes. And if you look now at the Drivers' Championship, we are back up to 7th, I believe. Or I think we are... Yeah, we're back up to 7th, of course, because we now re-overtook Nico Hülkenberg. And as you can tell, in the Constructors' Championship there, I'm pretty sure we are in 6th. I believe Force India overtook us at Silverstone. But anyway, a great finish there. And now we move on to our next race at Hungary, where some interesting things take place. I'm not going to spoil it for you, but it is a very interesting Grand Prix, and I highly advise you check it out. I'll see you on Thursday for that. Until then, guys, as always, take care, and ta-ra!